we caught 15 striper. We were catching them like crazy.
Whoa, that's a lot.
15.
If you go to my Instagram, you'll see we're just, when you get live shad, you're just looking for those fish to come through and pop them.
Wow.
So anywhere from like 6-7 pounds to about 16 pounds. And so it took Raymundo and his fiance, Ray and Bay, we took them out. And so it's Caitlin and myself. She's a really good fisherman. She doesn't need any help with anything. I don't need any help with anything. It was Ray. What's your first time to fish?
In 20 years, yes. We had gone when I was a kid, but I'm not an expert. I don't know all the stuff.
Well, so because they were new, Ray and Bay had one pole they were watching, and Caitlin and I had our own. We were, doing our thing. And so as soon as we get in, we're 20 minutes into it, Ray and Bay's pole, boom, just takes off, right? And so Ray doesn't know what to do, so he grabs the pole, and as he's holding it, he starts yelling at his fiance, Bay, Laura, to reel it. So he's holding the pole while and he's like, "You can do it, Mama! What? Mama, you can do it, Mama! Mama! Mama!" And I'm like, "What are you guys doing? You're making it so much harder."
Right.
Because these are the biggest fighting fish in freshwater that pretty much you can get. But you still don't want to have one person holding the pole. Imagine just trying to reel in a reel without holding the pole. And so it was all disjointed. They finally got it in. And so Raymundo, he basically caught his first real fun fish in a long time. It was so fun to watch.
Right.
And that had to be a thrill, right?
Of course. That was a high, yes.
So he gets it in. We net it up. And we're taking a picture with it, like hold it up. Because it's a pretty good fish. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's the first fish. It was a really good fish. So Raymundo was holding the fish up. And the fish, because he wasn't holding all the way, starts flopping a little bit. Naturally. You really got to put a grip in its jaw and on the back of it. And so it starts flopping, and Ray starts to go, "I've been quilled. I've been quilled." And I was like, "It's not a porcupine."
Quilled, like poked by the sun.
Yes. And he goes, "No. Sorry, I've been finned." And he starts screaming like the fish attacked him.
Oh, my goodness.
He takes the fish, just chunks it back in the water. We're not keeping him anyway, right? We were catch and release anyway. Just chunks it into the water. And we're like, "Ray, wait." And he starts holding his arm out, going, "I've been finned," like running around the boat. You thought, seriously, you were hurt.
Yeah, and I thought it would leave something in your skin, so I was trying to see if I needed somebody to pick it out.
He was looking for the quill.
Oh, my goodness.
Then the fin in his arm and in his hand. So how long did it take you before you...
Well, the blood stopped, and I was fine, and
there was no blood.
There was.
There was no blood. There was blood on the fish because the fish got a little caught up.
Right,
but it wasn't his blood. And by the way, that was the only fish that had any blood on it. Mostly we can catch them, take the hook out, fine. That was the only fish that was hurt a little bit. But the blood was coming from the fish, not his hand.
Oh, my goodness.
He is screaming the whole time. So we're going, and at one point we had I'm catching them pretty good. Caitlin's catching them pretty good. At one point we had a triple. At the same time, boom, I get hit with one. Boom, Caitlin's reeling one in. Ray and Babe, boom, we've all got them. We're all reeling them in. We had a good school of fish. And so Raymundo's like, "I ain't touching the fish again." So we got a picture of someone holding the fish up with Ray throwing the peace signs over it because he didn't want to touch another fish.
Yeah!
But that being said, I'm giving him a hard time. It was a lot of fun, right?
I never thought we were going to be catching that many fish.
Ray was like, "Listen, I've been fishing before. We didn't catch anything. I didn't expect to be catching any fish whatsoever." He was kind of going for the boat ride and the fun. But by the end of it, we had 15 fish.
Yeah, I mean, and in that short a time, usually people fish all day and don't have 15.
We were out there for 4.5 hours. So, we just didn't pop. But as soon as we hit, man, we landed. We put the boat in we dropped the boat. Oh, bam! Just hit by him.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I was texting Eddie pictures.
Oh, yeah. Every fish they caught, he'd text me.
I'd be like, "Look at this one.
Look
at this one."
Did y'all know that was going to be a busy
never know.
area?
No.
Yeah, because
We have the rangefinder on, the depth finder, and there's a spot. All right, go. And sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes there are no fish on the finder at all, and you'll hit a few of them. But it was a lot of fun.
So Ray, the alpha male.
Well, here's the thing.
Interesting.
He pivoted and handled himself well by the end.
Okay.
And here's the thing he would do, though. They can't cut him. We got to cut him a little slack because every time the boat would be flying through, he'd get up and act like he was surfing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's more of a surfer alpha male, right, Ray?
Yeah, that's what you got to do when those waves are hitting and everything.
Yeah.
You just get up, and it's basically like you're surfing, but you're on the boat. It's awesome.
Did your fiance have fun?
Yes, and I think so much fun that she wants to now go with her dad or brother, me. We're all going to plan a trip or something.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot of fun. Glad that we went. We'll plan another one. Eddie, sorry. I wasn't even rubbing it
No,
in.
it's
I
all
was just
good.
sending you the big fish.
They were awesome fish.
They were just sending you the big fish.
It's a Bobby Bones show.